Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS that rule well. Peace and salutations to all the Akim out in the four corners, teaching the truth and sincerity. The stature required mock of the GMS Dallas camp, coming at you with a quick lesson. Lord's willingness is edifying unto the hopeful elect. So last night, me and the brother Arak went into the breath of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, and it's it needs to be said because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has breathed upon the nation of Israel. All right, and the nation of Israel has been quickened. The elect of the nation of Israel, might I add, has been quickened to do His will upon this earth. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna go and reiterate, some things that was on my la'ab, at the time, but um, you know, this world, is polluted. Even the minds of brothers, because that these precepts eluded me at the moment that I wanted to bring them out. So Abaratazah, I pray this is edifying unto the hopeful elect. So I'm gonna go to Proverbs. This is Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 29. Just to get into the point of that lesson. Um, so like it says, when he gave me, I'll start at 28. It says, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the foundation of the deep. This is going into wisdom in Yahweh Shai. It says, when he gave the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment, going to how the waters can't go past uh, the shoreline. It can't swallow up the whole island or the whole continent. All right. It says, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, it says, then was I by him, and it's like, then was I by him as one brought up with him, and I saw, it's like, and I was uh, a delight, it's like a daily delight. Let me read that again. It says, then was then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. All right, going into wisdom. Okay, because wisdom and Yahweh Shai was brought up together, and um, wisdom was always, a delight unto Yahweh Bashmi Shai. It says, um, verse 31, it says, rejoicing in the habitation, Salakia, rejoicing in the habitable parts of the earth, and my delight uh, wherewith the sons of men. So the sons of men, uh, which is consistent of the nation of Israel, as it says in that Ecclesiasticus chapter 24, verse 8. All right, it says, so the creator of all things, which the creator of all things is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, so the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest. Yeah, it says, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inhabitants in Israel. All right. So wisdom is only given unto the nation of Israel. She's not given unto the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Elamites, uh, Esau, Edom. All right, wisdom is the principal thing. Right? With all that getting, get understanding. Right? Loosely paraphrasing. You know. But I'll continue. It's, verse 9. It says, He created me from the beginning, before before the world was, and I shall never fail, because Yahweh Bashem Shai and wisdom was brought up together. You know, Yahweh made it, possible, so she could be given unto the nation of Israel to bring them up on a level. All right. Verse 10, it says, in the holy tabernacle I served before him, and so was I established in Zion. All right. So wisdom was established in the nation of Israel. This was something of a gift given unto the elect. All right. It says, likewise, in the beloved city, all right, he gave me rest, and in Jerusalem was my power. So wisdom is a power given unto the nation of Israel. Okay, and that's where Yahweh Shai, was dwelling. That's because Yahweh Shai came out of the line of Judah. Okay, so and so that power, or that breath of life, was given until the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of Negroid descent. Okay, I'll read a little bit more. It says, "And I took root in honorable people." See, it's a separation. All right, even in the portion of Yahweh Shimei Shai's inheritance. All right, so that separates the nation of Israel from all 17 other nations. All right, and Kohalim Lehabashmiel Shai for it. I'll go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10. I'll get straight to the point, verse 15. It says, because this whole chapter goes into wisdom and what she has done for the nation of Israel by giving them a wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to allow them to be increased, which is through that breath that was breathed on them, through all these said perils, how they're supposed to conduct themselves. Okay, that's what the whole Bible is about. The Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. It was all our book. The heathens just took it and ran with it. Took it and tried to paint the likeness of their own images. All right, but it's through that breath that we have understanding today. But I'm going to start here at 15. It says, she delivered the righteous people going into wisdom. Wisdom, or she delivered the righteous people in the blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them. And that's what's going on right now. All right, she did it back then. See, it's the duality of the scriptures. So that which was, is going to happen again. So wisdom, it says, she delivered the righteous people and the blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them. Are we not being oppressed? Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. That gift that he's trying to give us is that MOTB, but it's not a gift, it's a burden, all right? But she delivered the righteous people and the blameless seed from the nation that oppressed them. She entered into the souls of the servants of Yahweh Shemi Shai and withstood dreadful kings in wonders and signs. So whenever she entered into the souls of the elect, which she is doing right now, which through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, that is supping with the elect to give them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to abound and to grow and to become renowned mighty men. First is going to have to start in your mind, so you are putting away things that of the carnality, in this society, to be one or to be closer to Yahweh Shemi Shai. But all this started with the breath that he breathed, upon Abraham, and then upon Isaac and Jacob, because it was passed down. So like, yeah, I'll come back to this, but I'll pull that. This is Sirach chapter 24, or Sirach chapter 42, verse 22. Well, I'll just go straight to the point. This is Salakia. This is Sirach chapter 44, verse 22. Salakia. It says, with Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake the blessings of all men. All right. And the covenant, it says, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing and gave him inheritance and divided his portion among the 12 tribes did he part them. So and that blessing was the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, that was what was given unto us. All right, but all that had to take place because of the breath that was given to Adam, and it trickled down through the righteous line to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then to the 12 tribes. All right, so the elect has that blessing, which is going to divvy all the way down to the 144,000. With King David being the head of that. But I'm gonna go back to that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 16. I perceive. Yeah, Khan. It says she entered into the souls of the servants of Yahweh Shemi Shai and withstood dreadful kings and wonders and signs. And those dreadful kings are the kings of the earth right now, the people that are in a high estate right now, that they're about to be pulled down. Okay, because you can pull that. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon. Give me a second. Let me find it. I think it's 8:14. Con. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 14. Just going into Solomon, and what he was supposed to set up and do. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 14. It says, I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subject unto me. So all nations are going to be subject unto uh, Solomon, aka Yahushai Hamashiach, because because Solomon is Yahushai if you can accept it. All right. Um, it says all nations shall be subject unto him. All right, and that didn't happen in Solomon's time. That's happening here coming forth next, because it didn't happen whenever Yahushua came to the planet Earth the first time. It's going to happen whenever he comes back and puts everybody into subjection under him. Okay, because it says here in 15, it says, horrible tyrants shall be afraid when they do but horrible tyrants shall be afraid when they do but hear of me. It says, I shall be found good amongst the multitudes and valiant in war. Because Yahweh Shemi Shai, just like his father, first and foremost, he is a man of war. Okay? And he's going to put these other nations in subjection under him, as it says in that Tobit chapter 14. Because these other nations are going to be in fear when they just hear of the name of Yahweh Shemi Shai. They're in fear now just hearing the name Yahweh Shemi Shai. Okay, so yeah, it's going to go from him being just a breath to him being a mighty king, upon this earth, and his kingdom's going to reign forever. All right, but yeah, those were just some points that was on my la'ab last night that escaped me. And it came back, so I can bring it out to you right now. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakodash. Hey, the water for listening. Shalom and shalom.